Okay, hello everybody, and welcome. I decided to do something a little bit different today to draft Ultimate Masters and show you my take on the format. So we opened Bitter Blossom, which is incredible. She's a stable staple of Modern, I think, if I'm not mistaken, in the Fairy deck. Tribal Enchantment. Ah, it's not even a creature. I thought it's a creature for some reason. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, this is just an engine. Doesn't, I mean, paying life is irrelevant because as long as you're at one life, you still win the game. It doesn't matter how low you go on life. So there's a devoted druid, but there's also an unholy hunger. This card is really good. I mean, in general, mana ramp in vintage and in ultimate masters in these powerful formats is very important. There's also wild mongrel that we could take. So I think it's between unholy hunger, which is just solid removal, or these ramp spells, or sorry, this mana dork, or wild mongrel. There's also spider spawning, which could be very good. I think actually maybe spider spawning, from what I've seen, I think spider spawning has some of the biggest upside. So I'm actually gonna take it here. We're black already, and this is something I think that can really just take over a game. I've been run over with this card several times. So I think if it wasn't this, probably the removal spell and then followed by the mana dork. Okay, now there's Olivia's Dragoon, which is very powerful, and a Magma. Now, I do like me a Magma. So we could splash Spider Spawning in the black-red Sacrifice deck. There's another Unholy Hunger here, by the way. These removal spells are good, but what I found is like some of these theme mechanics, like Sacrifice, in a synergistic format like this, can really um, overwhelm your opponent. In other words, like Unholy Hunger is one removal spell, but if you can get Magma going with what do you call it, the Foundry Celebration or whatever, the one that lets you pay 2 whenever you sacrifice a creature to deal 2 damage, this becomes deal 3 to anything. So I want to speculatively take it. I'm going to try to maybe see if I can do a Black Rat's sacrifice names splashing spider spawning. It's still way too early, but I do consider that that's certainly one option. Okay, squeeze something you can repeatedly sack to Magma. It's very expensive. Mirror Servitor is also very cool with the Magma option because if you have several of these, the way it works is, yeah, if I have one of these on the battlefield, then the other ones come back. So it just becomes like a recurring machine gun. There's also a safe hold delete, which is very cool. I mean, 4 mana deal 1 is kind of, I don't know, doesn't seem very strong. 4 mana deal 1. I think there's a better, this might wheel, by the way. I don't think people want it too bad. There's another Unholy Hunger. All right, I think I have to take this one. I do need some removal. I can't pass all of them. I'm going to take this over the, I'm not going to take Mirror Servitors this early, but I'm just pointing out some of the combos that are available in this format. Ooh, I do like a Reanimate. This card is pretty stupid. I mean, first of all, it says from a graveyard, right? So if your opponent is running like black-green, for example, Eldrazi, you could just yank their Eldrazi. Uh, Losing life equal to its converted mana cost is a very significant price to pay, but in the right deck, it's very good, and it's incredible with Olivia's Dragoon, just exiling Crusher, attacking on turn 3 or attacking on turn 4. So I'm going to take Reanimate, and I don't think those Dragoons are going to wheel. I hope they do. I don't think they will, but if they do, we can make quite a strong deck. So Garna kind of works with Magma a little bit. to some extent. I think Garna is better than Canker Abomination. So we'll take Garna here. We are kind of, well, we're very heavy on our 5-drop slot. So I'm going to deprioritize any 5 drops from here on out and try to lower the curve. This thing's mythic, huh? Beginning of your upkeep. Oh, this is good. Rolling Tumbler is good. I don't think this is in Krolin Crusader deck. Not interested in a Shred Freak. But yeah, this is a very good card. Without flying means that the bitterblossom tokens live, so I could just go bitterblossom and then wipe my opponent's board while keeping all my creatures. And even if I do kill something, I mean, it's not terrible for spider spawning, and it's not terrible for reanimate. Regenerate target creature is not something we want in this deck, so it looks like we're getting some blue cards. I'm not sure. I'm not interested in top end for this deck, but there's really nothing cheap here either. Angler's okay. I mean, Angler is something I guess we can reanimate. Worst case scenario, but losing 7 for 5 is kind of bad. There's really nothing else for us. Molten Birth can work with Magma. Just make a bunch of tokens you can then sack. It's also, you know, it's funny, but more the stupid thing that happens where you can win the coin flip like 3-4 times in a row happens a little bit more often than it would seem. Let's see, Thespian stage becomes a copy of target land except it has this ability. No, I don't think so. It's possible we want to raid Bombardment at some point. Not now, but if we get a bunch more Molten Births. Actually, it works with Bitter Blossom, so I don't think it's terrible. It's maybe even a straight up win con with Bitter Blossom. Ooh, Dark Salvage or Skeleton. I think I want Darkmoor Salvage with Reanimate and Angler for sure. I want to put stuff in my graveyard, so I think this is actually quite good, even though it enters the battlefield tapped. Okay, the Patchwork Gnomes came back anyway. Oh, that's not the card we wanted from here. I'm sorry. We wanted the Mirror Servitor. Appetite for Brains is a very good sideboard card. Fume Spitter, sure. Ooh, another Raid Bombardment. Maybe we want a second Raid Bombardment. I mean, it could just be, with Bitter Blossom, it could just be a straight up game. I don't even mind playing Appetite for Brains. Sublime Angel, I think it's not really what we want. I think the card I want is actually Spark Splitter from here or Mad Prophet. But Spark Splitter is better for the black-red deck because if we can get that 3-mana 1/1 that you can sack a creature and give it a +1/+1 counter, it's a combo with Spark Splitter. I'm so far from... The Sublime Angel is good, but I'm not going to go white just to take that card. Spark Splitter also works with Spider Spawning if we decide to splash that at some point. Ghoul Caller's Accomplice is good, but I think I'd rather have Spark Splitter. Yeah, this is the guy I'm talking about. But actually, I think this can I think we just want a Thermal Alchemist. We have quite a few spells. It's a really good blocker. It's a VIP card in limited, period. So I take these very highly, regardless of how many spells I have in my deck. Something that can consistently deal 1 every turn. It's quite good. So Fiery Temper or a Bloodfall Connoisseur. We don't have any... I think we need to take this Bloodfall Connoisseur. I know it's a strange pick. There's also Creeping Tar Pit, but we're not blue and we're not looking to splash blue. I really want to play Spark Splitter and Bloodfall Connoisseur. Because I also, by the way, have Garna, so I can sack something Plague R and I bring it back for value. So I think I will take Bloodflow Connoisseur and go try to make the Black Rat Sacrifice deck. Okay, so there's wow, there's a Woodfall Primus. Somebody's gonna be really lucky, but I think we need to stay focused and probably just take another Molten Birth. Maybe we don't play both of these. Maybe we start one Raid Bombardment. It could be awkward to lose a game with both of these. So there's a Skeleton, which whatever also works with Magma. It's expensive, but it's a whatever. It's something you can cycle. Okay, Chainer's Edict is really, really good. Great card. Hmm. I think I'm more interested in. I could also consider splashing Fecundity with Spider Spawning and Magma. Yeah, why not? Let's just go all in. I mean, we are trying to have fun drafts, right? It's not just about. Of course, maybe this isn't the pick you want to make if you want the highest win rate, but it's certainly the pick you want to make if you want to have the most fun. I'm gonna have that disclaimer. Oh, and by the way, I decided to do something a little bit different. I swear to God, I'm not saying this now that I have what I think is quite a decent deck brewing here. Oh, so difficult. Wow. Do I just want another Bloodfall Connoisseur? It could get huge with Molten Birds and just hammer in these. I don't think we're gonna get enough. You want at least like 3 or 4 of these, and we don't. We have 0, so I think I'm just gonna take this Bloodfall Connoisseur. But I was gonna say I decided to post this video regardless of what the result is. So even if I don't do well, I don't want to make it seem like I post draft videos where it's things go smoothly. I make mistakes like everyone else. I make mistakes in drafts. I make more mistakes in gameplay, unfortunately, than I'd like to. Whatever, we'll take another Skeleton. Fate's Feathers so late is disgusting, actually. This is criminal. Should not be here this late. Take another Skeleton. Sure. Ignat, sure. Yeah, so I decided to just, whatever, not feel bad if I don't play well. And I hope you guys will enjoy the result anyway. Fateless Looting is excellent. We won this. All right, I don't think this Rolling Templar is happening. Maybe. I could be wrong, but I think we have a different type of deck brewing here. We don't actually have that many creatures. Okay, the 2 Molten Birds makes 12. So no, that's fine. And we have Bitterblossom, which also makes creatures. Yeah, this Bloodflow Connoisseur, it's, you could just sack the Bitterblossom tokens, for example. If your opponent's got a flyer and these can't get through, you could just pile them onto Bloodflow Connoisseur and get in that way. So more likely Lava Spike than Awful Snout, in case we want to go aggro with things we get in pack 3. I don't think there's any combos of this, but maybe we'll find something that we can spoils. It goes on top of your library. Oh, it goes into your hand. I think it's an easy way to kill yourself, honestly. It's supposed to be a combo with like what do you call it? Lab Maniac, but I'm not sure how that combo is supposed to work actually. So the idea is to find Lab Maniac and what, take like 17 damage. Doesn't make sense. Yes. I don't know how I feel about Raid Bombardment. It could be interesting with the Bitterblossom and Double Molten Birth, but I think with Thermal Alchemist, I mean, given that I have 20 playables already and an entire pack left to go, I'm not sure that we're going to make a good Raid Bombardment deck. We're not playing like Akron Crusaders and the +3/+1 spell. Seismic Assault. 2 Unholy. How many Unholy Hungers are there? Mark of the Vampire. Discard a land card. Do we have any ways of getting lands back? We do not. Is it just another Unholy Hunger to have just solid removal? I think, yeah, I think we gotta take it. Let's take the foil one. Angler doesn't look very good in this deck, honestly. I don't think I want to start it. Ah, you can also sack Skeleton to Bloodflow Connoisseur. I totally missed that. That is something. Wow, now I kind of wish I had Squee. It's 1 mana cheaper than it's the same thing as Sanitarium Skeleton, but it's got I think 1 less toughness. So maybe Sanitarium Skeleton is just straight up better than Squee. What would you rather have? Like 3 for a 1/1 that comes back on its own? Okay, there's a Thermal Alchemist, but there's also an Ancient Tomb in here. Oh boy. I mean, Ancient Tomb is just gas, right? I mean, there's nothing better than Mana Ramp, I don't think. Okay. Rhea is not something we're doing. I could take a Crusher if I can. I have Reanimate, so if I can find a couple of discard outlets, then this is something I can reanimate and just kill my opponent. So I don't mind having one of these. Grave Strength is also cool, but I don't have too many creatures. So I think the Crushers combo is better. Okay, now I'm gonna pick Olivia's Dragoon as an enabler to dump Crusher and then reanimate it. Same thing with Artisan of Kozilek. I'm seriously considering taking this card. There's also Scuzzback Marauders, which is just a stupid, 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 stupid card. All right, I don't think we're doing the spoiler spawning thing anymore. I don't think we're going to run for Convidia unless we find good ways of splashing. But I am going to run Scuzzback Marauders because this thing is just so much value. But there's also another Bloodflow Connoisseur. Now we still take the Scuzzbacks. This is just a stupid card. It's overpowered, honestly. Well, Athlete is not good in our deck, so in that case, I don't mind having Beacon Apparition as a sideboard card. It's very good in a matchup against the Reanimator deck. Typically, it's like white-black or more white with some of the spells that allow you to pull cards from the graveyard. So the way it works is like, let's say your opponent casts Reanimate targeting Ulamog Crusher. In response, you cast back an Apparition to exile Ulamog's Crusher, so it doesn't have a legal target for Reanimate to resolve onto. So you can, so it's like a cheap counterspell against the Reanimator deck. Yeah, that's really good. So with Ulamog's Crusher, it can work. Yeah, I will take Artisan of Kozilek. There is a Theramorphic Expanse, however, for Fecundity. So I have 22 playables. What's more important for us? Another Sanitarium Skeleton for Bloodflow Connoisseur. That could just be like a. I mean, it's an expensive combo. All right, I'm gonna take Artisan. It's the biggest upside. I was running out of time. It's the biggest upside because I have Reanimate, so I should take Artisan, I think. Seismic Assault is good. I don't understand why people don't respect this card at all. Vessel of Endless Rest is also good. Last few picks coming around. So there's a Slum Reaper. Do we have any sacrifice payoffs? Well, we have Fecundity, but that's it. By the way, Vessel of Endless Rest can help us splash Fecundity if we want to play it, but I don't think we should. Maybe there are some decks where Grave Strength is something I want. It's probably more powerful. It's not an enchantment, it's a sorcery. So, I mean, look, it's still a 2-for-1 if your creature gets killed, but it's a little bit. I don't know. I guess it's always better to have counters than an enchantment because there are spells that target enchantments specifically. Soulfire, Heat Dull, sure. Undying Rage. Alright, this thing is in. Rolling Temblor's in for sure. God, all these cards are so good on my deck. Even Vessel of Endless Rest is good for like Crusher and goes like just a hard casted in a very long game. Alright, maybe we don't start Appetite for Brains. That's 24, one more cut. Bitterblossom, Chainer's Edict, Dragoon, Soulsfire. I don't have creatures with very high power. I mean, these things will get huge eventually, but they're not going to be big to start, so it's not a very consistent card in my deck. Angler, I'm not interested in. For this particular deck, Grave Strength is a maybe. Man, I wish I had more like Lydia's Dragoons and more discard outlets. It's really too bad. I guess I have a Spark Spitter. Yes, that's why having Spark Spitter is so important. But with Spark Spitter, like, okay, let's say you dump Crusher on turn 3, you can't really get going until turn 5. And then your opponent has removal. I mean, removal, consistent removal, like Unholy Hunger is better at 3 mana. So the reason why Dragoons are so much better is because they let you power this out in turn 3 and attack on turn 4. And the difference between attacking on turn 4 or 5 with Wilmox Crusher, given that's got Annihilator 2, is massive. So actually, the biggest regret of this draft is that I didn't take the other Dragoon, but I think we'll be fine. All right, let me take a look at this, and then we'll make the final decision and start the plays. By the way, not for nothing, but this Darkmoor Salvage is maybe a combo with Seismic Assault. I mean, you could just keep cycling this and fill up your graveyard if you need to fill up your graveyard, but it doesn't feel good because you're like skipping your draw step and you're dealing 2 instead of you're dealing 2 consistently and you're filling up your graveyard. Huh. I don't know. I mean, it is maybe it's something I should play like just to have another way of getting Artisan and Crusher into the graveyard for Reanimate. But if I play this, then I gotta make 2 cuts, and I kind of like everything that I have. I don't see what cuts I make, so I'm still running the Darkmoor Salvage. But I wanted to point that out that is another venue to explore. Maybe we can play this against decks that play a lot of low toughness creatures. It could be good value. Like if you could trade a land for a 4-drop, for example. That's good. But I mean, if everything is like, 3 toughness and up, then this is a dud, really. Or, if you have Life of the Loam, sure. Life of the Loam and Seismic Assault is a thing. But otherwise, it's not really good on its own unless you have a way of benefiting from putting lands into the graveyard or easy ways of recycling lands from graveyards, like, for example, Groundskeeper. You know what? I solved my dilemma. We're just going to run 16 lands in this deck. We have Vessel. Our curve is quite low. If you forget for a minute that we have like a Crusher and a Kozilek, by the way, the idea is to cast them, hard cast them. Sorry, the idea is to reanimate them, not to hard cast them. But we have a Vessel to accelerate us, and we have an Ancient Tomb. So it's not that critical that we make our land drops past 5. We do have some mana sinks like Sanitarium Skeleton and Magma. But I mean, paying like 8 to deal 2 damage is not really a thing. So let's add 1 more land. I think we want a mountain. I'm not saying a swamp, but no, we have Darkmoor Salvage. Let's mountain. So I guess I could discard this to like Spark Spitter, for example, and then I can dredge if I need to. Yeah, Angler is a cool card, but I think we have like just better win cons in this deck. Yeah, not to mention we have Faithless Looting to make sure we hit our land drops. All right, this is really good. Wow, turn 2 Bitter Blossom. Is that just game? Bloodflow Connoisseur for the Sanitarium Skeleton cycle. All right, let's attack first. I really hope I don't get countered here, but I'm not gonna. I'm not concerned because even if Bitter Blossom gets countered, I can always get the Bloodflow Connoisseur Sanitarium Skeleton combo going at some point. So these things are going to have Summoning Sickness for one turn, so it's a little bit worse than I thought. So it doesn't attack the first turn, but still, that's pretty nasty. Doesn't have haste. It'd be pretty sick if it had haste. So I think I'm going to just play Bloodflow Connoisseur now. I want to wait to play Vessel until I can put something on the bottom of my opponent's deck from the graveyard, because this isn't just a red card. This is something that can target uh, a flashback card, which, by the way, blue red has a ton of. So playing this a bit later is, in my opinion, a much better decision. Well, I will play it now because I could play Vessel and Apprentice Necromancer, and then I'm guaranteed 5 mana next turn. So let's attack with everything. And then I'm going to sack the Fairy Rogue to deal an extra point of damage now. So let's sack the Fairy to deal a point of damage earlier. I think that's better. So you can kind of give the Fairy haste if you're willing to give up the body. And I completely just passed my turn. Wow. Okay, that was silly. I was a bit distracted. All right, we hit our 5th land. So this has hexproof. Okay, so now we definitely want the fairies. But these guys can still attack. So do I want to trade a connoisseur for this thing? Probably not, because I could just cycle. I can just block and bring back the skeleton if this thing attacks. So now I'm going to just attack with the Fairy Rogue. I'm going to save Garna. Well, I mean, I could just kind of stay on blocks and then play Garna. Oh, here's what I could do. I know what I could do. I can sack Skeleton and bring it back with Garna for free, making this 3/3, and then I don't have to pay the 3 to bring him back. That's actually kind of a thing. That's kind of a combo. Yeah, so if I go Vessel and Necromancer, that doesn't really do anything. So let's just pass. And then sack Skeleton, play Garnet instant speed. End of turn. All right, well, Blast of Genius is not. Okay, well, whatever. I can bring it back with Garnet. It's not a problem. So let's let this resolve. If he attacks, I just jump with Skeleton and get him back. There you go. All yours. So now both of these come back into my hand. And now these rogues have flash, actually. That's another reason to play Garno. So now let's play, let's see, 3. So if I go 1, 2, I have 3 mana. That's fine. And then let's play, let's put Blast of Genius away. And then we play, so we play Skeleton. Let's play Dragoon in case we get an Eldrazi. We can instant speed play and sack Necromancer next turn. So that's why it's better to play Dragoon now. And let's just smash. Wow, that's pretty nasty. What a crazy deck. Garner's so good in this format. That's just game, right? Opponent's deck is way too slow. I'm not really sure what gets us here. He would need to have something that can deal with this bitterblossom enchantment. I guess Rolling Tumbler would kill everything except Garna. So imagine we draw one of our Eldrazi's. We play Necromancer, sack him at instant speed. Sorry. We discard the Eldrazi to Olivia's Dragoon, play Necromancer, sack him at instant speed, attack with the haste Eldrazi. Well, it has double haste, I guess, from the Necromancer and from Garna's static ability. Okay, so opponent plays Iridescent Drake, targeting Undying Rage. So this is kind of like a combo, but it can't block. All right. All right, give me an Eldrazi, just for once. All right, just a Sanitarium Skeleton. All right, let's go for it. Let's go Bloodful Connoisseur. This guy. Sideboarding. So I didn't really see anything from my opponent that would make me concerned. I mean, Raid Bombardment is just stupid with Bitter Blossom, but it's a bit of a win more card, I think. Honestly, I think our deck is so good. I mean, because what I can put this in, but like, what am I taking out? I think the other cards just have way more synergy or power upside, whereas this could be very, very bad in some spots. Like the cards I have, they're better on average than Raid Bombardment. I don't want to have a awkward draw with like an Eldrazi that I can't that I can't cast, sorry, and a Raid Bombardment. All right, we're going to keep this in play. Darkmoor Salvage, turn 1. Edict in our opening hand is also very good. So play this first since it comes into the battlefield. Tap, pass. Sure. So twins or worm. Let's see. Whatever it is, we got Chainer's Edict. So I'm not too concerned. Both of those cards you can actually no, it can only be worm because he doesn't have black mana. Okay, Stitch Drake. Okay. Ooh, we have Reanimate. So we have Olivia's Dragoon on the battlefield. We have Reanimate. We can really do some damage. All right, so let's make him sag the Drake. I'll play Sanitarium Skeleton because he's tapped out. He doesn't have any blockers. We could play it now. It doesn't matter. Nope, not Spark Spitter. Skeleton. So any eldrazi is pretty nasty with reanimate if we draw it. And let's see if we can get something from our opponent's graveyard. We could also just reanimate a Stitch Drake, honestly. Okay, opponent plays 4/4/2/2. Do I want to trade with Olivia's Dragoon? I don't think I want to trade because this thing is so much better if I can draw an Eldrazi card. Let's go Spark Spitter and play the other skeleton and just pass. If I can get another source of red mana, I can just ping those iridescent drakes with the two Salvatarian skeletons and bring them back later at some point. I can just kill it using Magma. Brazen Scourge, okay. Okay, attack with the flyer only, that's fine. Rolling Tumbler doesn't do anything for us here. Let's see, I guess we can discard Reanimate Magma, take 5, and then what? Kill the Drake. I can also discard Magma to Spark Spitter and then bring him back with Reanimate. I think that's good. He's got 2 cards in hand. Man, I don't know. You know what? All right, I'm just going to stay put. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass. I don't think I need to rush. My Reanimate is a win count. I could take at least 2 more hits from Iridescent Drake before I need to be concerned. And I can easily kill it with Reanimate. There's really no reason for me to waste. There's no reason for me to waste a good card on a very mediocre play. So now I could even just keep discarding Skeleton, the Spark Spitter, and attacking with 3/1s. That's also a thing. So I'm going to bring it back here on our opponent's end step. I guess I should have discarded it, but it's too. I tapped the wrong land. Too late. Okay, not really the land we needed, but we're getting closer to a Chainer's Edict. We need 2 more mana for that. Oh, he didn't. He didn't kill this thing. Okay then. So no. Let's get this thing back. And let's get him with the Spark Elemental for 3. I'm not going to play the second Sanitarium Skeleton because I can keep cycling it with Spark Spitter. Interesting. Yeah, I will just block. Let's see if he can put something juicy for us into the library. What's this? Fire Ice, Stitch Drake. Ancient Tomb. Well, now I can Chainer's Edict. He's probably gonna just kill this Sultai Skullkeeper that I really don't care about. Um, hmm. So let's play a sack, I guess. With Spark Elemental. You know, I really should give Olivia's Dragoon flying and just block this stupid Drake at some point. So let's attack like this for now. Yeah, that makes sense because my Spark Spitter lives, and I can wipe. I could kill the rest. I could have killed two of his creatures with. Actually, no, never mind. What am I saying? That wouldn't work. So I can bring both skeletons back and take 2 damage. I don't really want to take any damage here, so I'm just gonna bring back one of them, and I'm gonna replay it to have a blocker for the 3/3. Yeah, so basically the 1/1 can be something that eats the Spark Elemental for value and gets a counter off every discarded card. Cells fire, okay. Spark Elemental dies. Worst case scenario, we can reanimate it. Do I jump and go Rolling Tumbler? That seems bad. I feel like with Reanimate, we want to keep our life total high, so I'm just going to block like this. Okay, cast Think twice. Nothing else. It feels kind of sad to use ice to tap my dragon. Uh-huh. Okay, so we got that Soul's Fired. Okay, so we got Magma. Now we can cycle skeletons at a very expensive rate. I'm gonna reanimate this Stitch Drake for 1, and I'm gonna now because now I can block in the air and kill Drake. I really don't want to keep taking damage, and this means that he can't attack with this creature, and I can sack Sanitarium Skeleton to kill Drake, taking 2 from Ancient Tomb. Or maybe he doesn't attack. I think he will attack, but this puts me in a better spot now. In fact, I can block Scourge with Skeleton and then sack the deal 1 to the Drake. You always want to do a time check and grindy sacrifice themes like this. The sacrifice decks take a long time, and I'm only a minute behind, so I'm not too concerned, but it's something that I'm certainly keeping an eye on. Basically, anything that requires you to tap a lot of lands for mana is a time suck. So if you got to tap like 12 lands every turn to like cycle 2 skeletons and shoot them to ping your opponent, bring back 1 or something like that, it's a lot of work. Okay, so here's what we're doing. So first we go block. Let this resolve. And on our opponent's end step, we sack skeleton to ping this for 1. So he gets the Undying Rage back, but I'm not. I guess he could put it on the other Drake, right? Whatever. He can't play it this turn. He has to play it next turn. and I can go rolling tumbler to kill the Drake, and then I can bring back and place skeleton. Oh, that's pretty sick. So this is what we're doing. So let's go. Let me make sure I have enough mana. So 1, 2, 3. Bring it back. Play, ping, tumbler. Okay. Let's go tumbler first. So 1, 2, 3. Tumbler. Oh, without flying. Duh. Never mind. Whatever. At least we could still kill the Scourge and get an attack in. Do I want to offer the trade for Iridescent Drake? I do not, because Magma is a win con, but I have to offer the trade because actually he could just put the enchantment on him and kill me next turn. This is a mistake. I should have just played Unholy Hunger, I think. Yeah, never mind. I don't know if I could have played that better. He has another Scourge. Okay, well, it's good that we got to see the other Scourge. So 1-1, going to game 3. Grindy matchup. What do we want against our opponent? Yeah, I guess we could play Undying Rage of our own. It kind of works in the sacrifice deck, right? Maybe it's good against them just as a mirror matchup. And I guess it's better maybe than one of the two Molten Birds. Probably. Sometimes this card's just a dud. Anything that I want to remove from my opponent's opening hand on the play. Didn't really see anything that's like really a problem. We can deal with all this stuff. Seismic Assault is kind of interesting for those Drakes. Maybe we play it. I don't know. Triple Red's kind of hard to cast consistently. We do have Vessel, but Triple Red's still not guaranteed. And then what do we take out? Like an Undying Rage? I think it's good with 2 Skeletons, Bitter Blossoms, everything. He'd even put it on Nullmox Crusher. That's, I mean, just to make things worse. The rage, the rage comes back, not the creature. Never mind. Yeah, so it doesn't matter what you put this on. Don't think Great Bombardment is something I want. Okay, let's just play it like this and see what happens. Bitter Blossom again, perfect. Okay, we got two parts of the 3-part combo. We got an Umox Crusher, so now we need Reanimate, and we can make a very, very silly play on turn 3. Oh, Apprentice necromancer. Next turn we're yeah, for sure, for sure. In fact, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're doing. So we're gonna discard Crusher and get in with everything. Play Apprentice Necromancer, and then we're gonna sack it to go Ulamog's Crusher next turn. And that should be game. It wouldn't matter if I had one more black mana because I can't sack him at instant speed if I have to tap him. But yeah, opponent's staring down a very, I mean, if he doesn't have a bounce effect, this is going to be pretty nasty. And even if he does, it's not really a big deal. Because I can hard cast Crusher later at some point. We're 3 lands away. Oh no. Oh no. Opponent is in trouble. Opponent is in trouble. So unfortunately, we can't cast Skullback Marauders, but I think this is still a really good turn for us. And at some point, we can use Bloodflow Connoisseur. Sacrifice. Oh, so it doesn't even get exiled. It just goes back to the graveyard. So we can still reanimate this later. That's incredible. Artisan of Kozilek. I played Skullback and you know what? There's no reason not to attack with everything here. He takes 4. It's just game. I shouldn't have played this before attacks, but even if he eats my 2/2, it doesn't matter. There's so much trample damage, and I'm attacking with so many fairies, and I have five points of trample coming next turn. So I can chump attack here with uh, very little to worry about, given that he's at 2 lands. Okay, game's over. Sorry for the sloppy play. Like I said, I'm human. I make mistakes. Not all my draft videos are perfect. We still got to win, despite the fact that what did I do? I missed like 5 mana worth of effects one turn by not casting the vessel just because I was distracted. I'm not used to playing with the stupid fairy card, so it caught me off guard. Let's just say. Bitterblossom and Chainer's Edict in our opening hand. Oh man, boy, oh boy. Keep. Kadama's Reach is good. Great card. Scout's back is also really good with Ancient Tomb. You power it out on turn 4. It's a very difficult card to deal with. Another Kadama's Reach. Oh boy. I'm scared. But we do have Chainer's Edict, so if he plays a big scary thing, then we just make him sacrifice it. Our opponent is ramping like crazy. Okay, I'm not too concerned about that. I just turn off my Chambers Edict effectively, but whatever, I'm still getting in. Actually, if he wants to trade, I'm more than happy. Sure. So he chose to dredge it. Or not. Wait, I'm confused. It's not in this graveyard, so... Ah. Did he have a creature in his graveyard? I don't remember. I don't think he did. Oh, he put Golgari Thog on top of the library. I get it now. I get it. Eternal Witness, returning Kadama's Reach. Okay. Is he just trying to cast a huge eldrazi here? Is that what we're doing? Okay. Prey upon. Okay. I mean, I could like reanimate his Eternal Witness and bring back my Chainer's Edict, for example. It seems pretty good. Ah, he put Witness on top of his. Okay. Yeah, I don't care if he's dirtling. I mean, I just want to get in as much damage as possible, honestly. Okay. What is going on here? This is too suspicious. Okay. Let's play it again. played a land this turn. Okay. All is dust. If this is all is dust, all right, good. Uh, Ulamog's Crusher. So we saw an Ulamog's Crusher. So he's trying to hardcast Ulamog's Crusher. We could play a Beacon Apparition as something in response to that 3-drop. 1/1 flyer is not terrible. Maybe we can play this over like a Fume Spitter. I think that's better. Fume Spitter's kind of cute, like with Garna and whatever, but I think it's more likely that Beacon Apparition will find a target against our opponent. Because if he's playing Eldrazi, there's 2 ways to cast him. One is to like reanimate, and another is to just power it out with ramp, which is what it looks like our opponent's trying to do. We could play a Lava Spike as something as a consideration to try to just kill my opponent as fast as possible. Bitterblossom Lava Spike is a thing. Then maybe we could even play Raid Bombardment. I mean, maybe Raid Bombardment's really good our opponent. You know what? Let's go on out. Let's go all in on Raid Bombardment. Let's give this thing a chance. So let's play these 3. In that case, we're not playing Apparition. Let's not play the Rolling Tumbler. Let's assume we're not going to have to cast it. And we should play one of these. Cut Vessel. I kind of like Vessel, especially if against our opponent. Maybe just one Raid Bombardment. All right, this is fine. Let's do one Raid Bombardment. Let's not get too crazy. But I want to give this Bitterblossom Raid Bombardment draw a chance. All right, we can play Beacon Apparition. You know what? Too late. I was going to say we can play Beacon Apparition instead of one of the 2 Molten Births, but it's fine. It's like minor fine tuning at that point. So it looks like we can go turn to Bitterblossom again, which is, like I said, pretty much game. Sometimes opponents will concede, I imagine, right away if they see this card. If they don't have a way of dealing with it in their sideboard and they know what their deck looks like, often it's kind of pointless to waste time. By the way, I should have played a Mountain for Molten Bird. I'm not sure why I didn't. Yeah, that was a mistake. Okay, I didn't draw a mountain, so it's not terrible, but still not very good. Let's Fateless Loot. So let's go mountain, Fateless Looting. Reanimating Scuzzbacks now is kind of not good because he's got Kitchen Finks. I definitely want to keep one of my lands. So I guess I dump a Swamp and a Molten Birth. Okay, so let's just pass. What in the world is an Uthi? No. He's gonna kill Bitterblossom. But Bitterblossom already has two creatures in play, so I guess it kind of did its job, maybe. So do we just Fateless Loot again? I'm not sure why he didn't attack, by the way. That was kind of strange. I guess let's attack with one of the fairies. And let's loot. Maybe we can find and reanimate an Eldrazi and just win that way. So 1, 2, 3. Hmm. Guess I'm practice necromancer and a swamp. Play mountain. Pass turn. So I imagine he kills Bitter Blossom now, and then I try to Unholy Hunger this thing to kill the 4/4. So I'm gonna take some damage. Yep, so Bitter Blossom's gone. Not jumping. By the way, Molten Birth is not that terrible in our graveyard because we do have Unholy Hunger. So let's see. We can edict something and then maybe reanimate it. This is going to come back with persist right away, isn't it? Or let's see. Whatever. I don't have a better play, so let's do this now. Can I cast this in response? I can't. That's just. Okay. Yeah, I can't cast it. It's not an instant. See, in this spot, that instant speed spell would have been good. I could have exiled Kitchen Finks before it can come back. Yuck. So, okay. I guess the play is to attack with one of these rogues and to pass. That's about all I can do. And then we hope to trade Kitchen Finks, and then maybe we can reanimate to gain some life. Or we could just draw a land and, like, cast our removal spells. That would be nice. Okay, Urban Evolution's fine. Spark Spitter. I mean, I don't want to lose this game. I'm at 7 life. I have to reanimate Kitchen Sphinx. I still take 1, but I gain 2 life. And now I have a strong persist creature. I don't remember if it goes into my library or my opponent's library when it dies. But either way. I hurt myself a little bit with looting by dumping the lands and not hitting my 5th land. But it's not the end of the world. So let's see. Do I get the persist effect or... my opponent gets it. Whatever. At least we still killed that stupid 4/4. I mean, even if that would have happened, I still think I would have made the same play, right? Mm. So, do I want to discard? No, I just want to play Skeleton as a blocker. Let's play him, and then I can bring him back next turn. I need to save my Unholy Hunger for that stupid 8/8 because I think that's what his game plan is. He's trying to like go Urban Evolution, Kadama's reach. He's splashing for something white. I don't remember. Maybe some angels. But those are like double and triple white, so I don't think it's the angels. Maybe he's just splashing for the removal for the what do you call it? Binding 4 mana removal enchantment. Yeah, I imagine no attacks. Okay, nice. Nice, 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 nice. So now I have a bunch of options. I'm certainly going to pass. I'm not going to attack with anything. I guess I could even attack with a skeleton. That'd be kind of fun, right? Yeah, you know what? Why not? I'm gonna start attacking. That's ridiculous. I'm not I'm not too concerned because okay, let's pass. I can play on Holy Hunger or I could just draw this. Goes like okay, okay. It's fine. Urban Evolution. Yeah, it's a very strong play, but I mean I have removal, so I still think strange as it is, I still feel like I'm kind of ahead because I can re I can't reanimate anymore. I can't reanimate our Artisan of Kozilek. I already used it. Ah, it's so frustrating. Hmm. I don't think he's gonna attack with these stupid two more. They're just gonna play the Scuzzbacks and start attacking. He has 8 cards in hand, so I shouldn't get like too trigger happy. But from what he's doing, it's like I'm not too concerned. So I'm one away from Chainer's Edicting again. I guess now I attack with Scuzzbacks. See how he blocks. And if he blocks. Okay, take some trample. Okay, I'll just pass, keeping up on Holy Hunger. Also Narasa. Okay, whatever. Our opponent's going off, but like I said, I have removal spells for this nonsense. Also Narasa. Oh, God. I guess I need to get to my own Artisan of Kozilek. Is what I need to do. Okay, let's just pass, see what he does. So I go back up to 10. This is also 9 later, right? 10, 9. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I attack here? I can because the spider can eat. goes back. I can get it back with Garna. Is that good? I guess that's good. But then I can't eat one of the 2/1s with Garna. So maybe it's better. Okay, I think this is better. I'm just gonna pass. If he attacks, I'm gonna chump the spider. I think he's gonna attack with everything though. So here's what I'm gonna do. One enters. Okay. This doesn't have haste, does it? Let's play Garna. And we need to like block like this. Because I need to make sure that I can take Magma. Well, I can Chainer's Edict him. Can I play Spark Spitter and Magma? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm one short. Oh, it's so frustrating. That is so frustrating. I guess I just need to play like Magma here and pass. I have to chump, right? So I can block sack, ping him for 1. Okay, more eldrazi's, more eldrazi's. Okay, all right. Game's over, game's over. Let's see, how can I win? Is this game 3? No, it's not game 3. So I'm gonna be on the play, Operation. Definitely coming in. Golden Barth coming out. The rest is good to go. Honestly, I like this deck. I don't think we need to change much. I think our best chance of winning is the current configuration. Let's just keep our fingers crossed and see how well we can do. Okay, keep. Ray Bombardment is a little bit awkward without Bitterblossom in our opening hand, but I guess we shouldn't complain too much. Great. I'm not playing Necromancer. I want to Faithless Loot later in the game. I feel Faithless Looting isn't really good if you do it early. I could get the Bloodflow Connoisseur Spark Spitter combo going early, but I'm not sure that it's good enough to beat our opponent, honestly. Let's get him for 1 and play a Spark Spitter. God, that you're so annoying. Or you. So let's go mountain. Let's discard swap. Let's attack. Perfect viewable mana too, huh? Let's play Bloodful Connoisseur. Sack and pass. All right. With Apprentice Necromancer, I kind of want to Faithless Loot now. Oh my god, yes. Oh lord. And we could sack it for value to Bloodful Connoisseur also. Oh my god. Alright, so I guess I can even discard it with Spark Spitter, right? That's even better. Hold on. And I could bring I can bring. Oh, this is a cycle, isn't it? Oh, this is so sick. I could cycle this. Yeah. I bring it back. I didn't get the. It doesn't bring back the Necromancer because I thought this goes to the graveyard first and then this thing goes back, but that's actually not how it works. Never mind. So yeah, we just attack. So let's attack with Artisan, Spark Elemental, and then sack both of them, making Bloodful Connoisseur a 4/4 Annihilator 2. Let's see if there are any blocks. Okay, so he decides to chump. So in that case, I'm not going to sack. I'm going to let that trade resolve. Go to damage and then sack. Ah, no, I still sack both of them because they don't trade. Not even close. Sack. Sack. I don't want a Faithless Loot now. There's no point in doing that. Let's pass. Oofy, okay. Oh, Lava Spike is good also. It's gonna be good at some point. Yeah, so let's go Raid Bombardment. We discard Faithless Looting. Attack for 7. He chumps. And then I have a 5/5. It's probably the bad block because that actually has trample. And he doesn't want me to get the counter. Okay. In that case, I guess I still want Kitchen Fix to die. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna let this happen. He takes trample damage. I don't get the counter, but Kitchen Fix becomes just like a 2/1 now. Makes it harder for him to block. Connoisseur. 2/5. I can attack through that, but he can double block, so that's not very good. Guess I want to Faithless Loot now. Oh, Lord. So I can reanimate Artisan of Kozilek and attack again next turn. So that means I need to, if I want to do it this turn, I got to discard Swamp, Lava Spike, play a Swamp, reanimate Kozilek, and then bring back Necromancer. Oh my lord. Oh, that is absurd. I go to 11, but now I'm going to have not only Kozilek, but also a guy that can bring him back again, even if my opponent can figure out a way of dealing with him at instant speed. No, 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 no. Oh my lord. This was his last card. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? All right, I'm not attacking. God, that's so frustrating. That is so frustrating. Yet foil. All the things in the world he could have. Always has. Oh no, that was the foil. So he can't double block because I could sack a creature at instant speed. So I'm gonna attack now, and he probably just, let's see what he does. That's fine. Pass. So you attack first to deal the damage, then you can always sack them, but there's no point in sacking because they can ping for 2 again next turn. So that's really good actually. So now we just pass. Yeah, Spark died, so we can't sack it. The ability, but this is fine. I mean that play did cost us a little bit actually because we had to discard a Lava Spike as part of the decision process that we made because we needed 1 swamp that turn. So he played foil discarding, I don't remember what he discarded. Oh, an island and another card. So what did he discard? I don't remember. Maybe an artisan of his own? Is that right? Who knows? Anyway. So this could just be game potentially. He's effectively a 2 from the raid bombardment. Magma. Magma's a good draw. I am not going to discard it, so I can attack with Spark Spitter here also. So he's at 1. I mean, he's dead anyway from Magma. I'll just need to ping him for whatever. He would need to have something pretty major here to stay alive. Two, 1. Okay. GG's. Good stuff. All right, let's go to the finals. So is there anything I want to change in the deck? I really like the way that this deck is working. There's a lot of little synergies. Raid Bombardment could just be better than Molten Birth. I don't know. I don't think so though, because like we don't know that we're gonna have what do you call it? We don't know that we're gonna have Bitter Blossom in our opening hand. I mean, with Bitter Blossom is just stupid, right? All these little fairies become 2/1 flyers. All right, let's just run it. I guess there's like one good rule of thumb. Like when in doubt and you've made it to the finals, don't make a change to your deck. Like if this is the deck that got you to where you are, then more or less it's working right. And yeah, I mean, given that information, I don't think it makes sense to change something. Okay, Eternal Masters Finals. This is a keep with Faithless Looting for sure. I'm not even sure that I need to play it on turn one still. Oh, there's definitely no need to play it on turn one. There was a tiny little bit of value with Faithless Loathing earlier just because Unholy Hunger can gain you 2 life if you have some sorceries in your graveyard, but it's never a reason to do it. It's just like a minor incidental upside. So let's see, there's a 5-drop here. Archainer's Edict is really good against our opponent, Phoenix. Okay, I mean, yeah, we take a hit from that. There's nothing we can do. But Unholy Hunger will help us get that off the table, and then he's got to spend a lot of mana to bring it back. So that could potentially help us stabilize. Also, Chainer's Edict is a great draw here. Okay, we didn't get a Chainer's Edict. So let's go Vessel. Dumping Generator Servant. I'd love to play Vessel to get rid of the Phoenix, but I'd rather just use a removal spell on it a turn earlier and not die by taking 4 a turn. So let's get one with the skeleton and see what our opponent does. He also needs 2 more mountains to start bringing it back. So he wouldn't be able to do it until much later in the game. Meanwhile, I take a ton of damage, and what else? Wingsteed Rider. It's going to be one of those games, huh? Okay, so let's pass. Let's see what he does. Maybe we target the Wingsteed Rider instead if he's got a enchantment or something he wants to put on it. God's Willing would be so nasty, but it's not. Let's Holy Hunger. I guess we don't have to do it now. Let's see what else he does. Okay. Anything else? Oh, that's really good value. That's really good value. I'm glad we didn't do it. So that is pretty good. Our opponent wasted an entire turn. And we basically traded. No, not God's Willing. Don't tell me that. Oh, no. Oh, my Lord. That, what a blowout. Wow. Respect to OP. That is just sick. That is just sick. I saw that he had 1 mana up. Unbelievable. So he had Xaxes. And that's his last card. Jax Ichan. I bet you this guy's like up there. Never mind, 1 trophy. I mean, he plays like he's up there. I can't block that. I'm just dead, right? Sick. All right, how do we beat this guy? Is this an instant speed spell? It is. Maybe we play this instead of like 1 Molten Birth. Not sure how good Undying Rage is against him. Let's take out Rolling Tumbler because we died to Flyers, so it doesn't seem very good. That kind of Persian doesn't seem very good. I don't think there's anything else. Seismic Assault is too slow. Okay, let's try like this. Our opponent's deck is ridiculously fast. Would you like to play first? Yes. Ancient Tomb and a Sanitarium Skeleton is acceptable. Keep. And opponent plays Fire. Okay. Okay, that's fine. And pass. Cathodian. I can get in for one and just Garna. Right? It's not good. Probably. It's like free point of damage. I will trade. I don't think I can race him with Ancient Tomb because I'm taking 2 points of damage every turn. So, okay. Anyway, that's fine. So I can't. I don't have an option to block. Spark Spitter. Yeah, I guess take two again. Feels so bad taking two from Ancient Tomb. I guess whatever. I just play a Spark Spitter. I'm not doing anything else. I'm chumping with Skeleton because I don't want to take damage. The problem with Ancient Tomb is sometimes you have like 4 lands and a 4 mana spell. One of your lands is Ancient Tomb. You don't really want to play it, but you don't have a choice. Uh, yeah, this is fine. We could play Thermal Alchemist, another skeleton, and just chump again. Not really the mana I need. Now, let's hope he discards a big eldrazi that we can reanimate. Because other than this, I think the only thing we can do is end step, get back skeleton, and then ping for 1. Not the mana we need again. Okay. Again, I just passed. Take 2. I need a swamp, really. Is it so hard to get a swamp? Well, I'm going to pause this video anyway, because I think even if we lose now, and I have a feeling we will, just for some reason, I'm not comfortable being at 8 life against a deck like this. I don't like getting pessimistic. Sometimes I do this, but sometimes you just have a feeling that your odds are kind of running low, let's just say. Also, reanimate becomes more and more of a dead card as my life total gets lower. So it's almost like I have to discard a card with what's happening on the board. Okay, we did get a swamp. That's actually very, very, very good. And I need to use that on Wingsteed Rider now. Well, not now. I need to use it maybe in response to something. And if he has God's willing, then yeah, then I'm in trouble. So I just pass. So he's madness. Okay. All right. Then I'm gonna. All right. Then I'm gonna do it now. Try to kill it now. Hopefully, no God's willing. Okay. So, whatever. A little bit of reprieval. But I'm still in really, really bad shape because I'm taking a ton of damage. Don't have a way of blocking. I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's pretty much over. So, all right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. 2-1's not bad. You basically get your money back. If you're playing the what do you call it? The Phantom event. So I'm happy with a 2-1 in the finals. It's a 66% win rate. Is very good win rate in an MTG. We took out Rolling Tumbler. I mean, yeah, even if I have Rolling Tumbler. Oh, Murderous Red Cap. All right, GG's to OP. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. See you next time.